Hey, Novel Nighthawks. Here we are with Module 3, Lesson 26. We're skipping around a little bit, so we just did 2021, and we're going to come back to the ones we're skipping over, but we're going to do Lesson 26 today. And this is our focus today is I will be able to divide multiples of 10, 100, and 1,000 by single-digit numbers. So we are continuing with that division. But we're going to see what that looks like when we work with tens, hundreds, thousands, just like we did when we were working with multiplication. So we started with multiplying by tens, hundreds, thousands. Now we're going to see what does that look like when we're dividing tens, hundreds, and thousands. And we're going to use our place value chart to kind of help us start that off today. Okay? So if I were to have 9 divided by 3, and 90 divided by 3, okay? So we can show this on a place value chart, really what we're doing. I have 9 cookies, and I'm breaking them into groups of 3. I have 90 cookies, and I'm breaking them into groups of 3. And how many groups can we make? Okay, so that's the thought process I want you to use with dividing. So I have tens and ones. Okay, so I'm going to show what I'm starting with. I have 9. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm breaking them into groups of 3. Okay, so I'm going to draw my division line. And down here is going to show you how many groups I was able to make. So I have 9. I'm breaking them into groups of 3. So I'm going to count by threes. I'm making groups of 3 until I use all 9. Okay, so if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here's my groups. I was able to make 3 groups. So 9 divided by 3 is 3. Okay, so the place value chart is just showing how if we started with those ones, we're breaking them into groups of 3. How many do you now have? Okay, similar to when we were multiplying. So 90 divided by 3, I can show this as 9 tens divided by 3. Okay, I can rewrite my standard form into unit form. So now I have 9 tens divided by 3. Looks very similar to that, right? So you're going to see that connection here in just a minute. So now I have my tens and my ones. And I have 9 tens. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And again, I'm dividing that into groups of 3. So I'm going to skip count, or I'm going to count by threes, making groups of 3 again. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many groups was I able to make? 3. So I have 3 tens. We know that 3 tens is equal to 30. So 90 divided by 3, 30. 9 divided by 3, 3. So when we see a 0 there, we can kind of ignore it, just like when we're multiplying. Well, 90 divided by 3, well, let me think of that as 9 divided by 3 is 3, add the 0 in. So really similar to that kind of 0 trick that I've talked about a few times in our previous lessons. It'll help you with division as well. Okay, let's do some more. Okay, so we're going to continue with that 9 and 3 concept to really see the connections. Now we're going to do 900 divided by 3. And I can say I have 9 hundreds divided by 3. Well, if we do what we did it last time, so I have 9 divided by 3, that should be 3 hundreds, right? 9 divided by 3, 3 hundreds. So I ignored the zeros. I just looked at the basic division because 3 times 3 gives me 9. So 9 divided by 3 gives me 3. Basic facts are going to help you with that. But let's show this on that place value chart. So now I have hundreds, tens, and ones. So just like we did last time, I have 9 hundreds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to break that into groups of 3 because I'm divided by 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many groups were we able to make? 1, 2, 3. 3 hundreds. Okay. So this would also be true for our thousands. So if we did 9,000 divided by 3. 9 thousands divided by 3. Still going to follow that rule. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 1, 2, 3 zeros. So 9,000 divided by 3 is 3,000. 9 divided by 3, 3 thousands. Okay. Place value chart of our thousands, hundred, tens, and ones. Starting with 9,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Break that into groups of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many groups were we able to make? 1, 2, 3. 3 thousands, 3 thousands. Okay, so if I have zeros in all my other place values, you can use this strategy to help you. Just divide your basic ones, add your zeros back in. You can rewrite it in word form so you can really see, okay, I have 9 thousands divided by 3. Well, 9 divided by 3 is 3, but it's not just 3, it's 3 thousands. Okay, all right, let's do a few more. All right, so here we have 500 divided by 5. 500 divided by 5. Ignore the zeros. 5 divided by 5. How many groups of 5 can I make if I have 5? I can only make 1. So I'm going to have 100. 5 divided by 5 is 1. But I have my hundreds there, so it's 100. Let's see what that would be on our place value chart. I have 5 hundreds. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm breaking it into groups of 5. Well, how many groups of 5 can I make out of 5? Or how many groups? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And each of those have 1 in them. So 500 divided by 5 is 100. And if you think about this, if I did 5 times 100, 500. 5 times 100, 500. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I times that by 5, it gives me that 500. Okay, so we are going to do kind of a sequence and watching how all 3 of the problems are connected, but we're going to go up by tens, hundreds, and thousands. Okay, so we're going to start with 12 divided by 3. So I have 12 ones divided by 3. And we can make place value disk if we wanted to kind of represent what we're having, what we're working with. We're breaking our 12 ones into groups of 3. So here's, so we're going to count by 3s until we get up to 12. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So here's my groups of 3. How many groups were we able to make? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 12 ones divided by 3 gives me 4 ones is equal to 4. Remember, if we double check it, we can reverse it. Well, 4 times 3 is 12. That would be a correct answer. Okay, so let's do 120 divided by 3. So same thing, right? I'm still working with 12 and 3, but now I have 120 divided by 3. So I have 12 tens divided by 3. Okay, so now I can show that with those place value charts. I'm going to show them as place value disk, and each disk is going to be worth 10. So here's 10, 20, 30. I'm making groups of 3. So there's a group. So there's 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. You can circle your groups to show your groups of 3. Actually, no, I'm doing that wrong. Sorry, guys. So we're dividing it by 3. Okay, guys, I caught my mistake. I was doing that incorrectly. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to re-show you this one. So I'm going to break my 12 ones into 3 groups. So here's 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to divide this count up to 12, leaving, breaking them into groups of 3. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So however many we have in each group is our answer. So I have my 3 groups, and how many did we have in each group? 4. 4 ones. Okay, so same thing here. I'm breaking this into 3 groups. I've got my 12 tens. So here's my 1, 2, 3. My 12 tens, I'm going to show them as tens. We're going to count up to 120. So here's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Oops, I skipped this one. Oh my goodness gracious, you guys. Let's try that again. There's my 1, 2, 3. Okay. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. So I broke it into 3 groups. How many do we have in each group? 10, 20, 30, 40. So 12 tens divided by 3 is going to give me 4 tens, which we write as 40. So 120 divided by 3 is 40. Sorry about that, guys. We got it now. Okay, let's do some more. All right, so here's our last 3 for the day. So we're not going to use a place value chart. We're not going to do the place value disk. We're just going to use our understanding of multiplication facts and division to help us through this one. Okay, so 600 divided by 2. I'm going to rewrite that as 6 hundreds divided by 2. Okay, so how many groups of 2 can I make if I have 6? Well, you can skip count by 2s. 2, 4, 6. How many we were able to make? 1, 2, 3. So 6 hundreds divided by 2 is going to give me 3 hundreds. Standard form would be 300. Okay, so we didn't have to use our place value disk, but we did skip count. Or you can just say, well, 600 is divided by 2. Well, I know that 2 times 3 is 6. Or I know that 2, 4, 6. I can make 3 groups of 2. So all that understanding of numbers is going to help you get through that. Okay. And same thing when we get to these ones. I have hundreds and tens. But if I rewrite that as 24 tens divided by 4. Okay. So now we're going to look at 24 and 4. How many groups of 4 can I make out of 24? Well, if I skip count by 4s and see how many I can make without going over 24, we can do it that way. So I can go 4 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. So how many groups were we able to make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 6 times 4 is 24, right? So 24 divided by 4 is going to give me 6 tens. If I have 6 tens, I know that's going to give me 60. Okay? So if we rewrite it in just that word form, 24 tens, we can look at 24 and 4. This is basic facts right here. 6 times 4 gives us 24. That's something that we want to be automatic. We want that to come quickly. Okay? We want that to be normal. So we should be able to look at this. Oh, 24 divided by 4. I know 6 times 4 is 24. And then you're able to get that 6 tens. Okay. Let's do our last one. 450 divided by 5. So we're going to do the same thing. 45 tens divided by 5. 5 times what's going to give me 45? If we don't know for sure, then we're going to skip count, okay? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, let's start at 34, 35, 40, 45. How many groups did we make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 tens. If we have 9 tens, I have 90. Okay? 5 times 9, 45. So 45 divided by 5 is 90. Okay? All right. So we'll continue working on this week, and we'll continue to review in small groups, okay? And you'll have your practice Google Slides on Friday. So you only have this today, and then the rest is on Friday. Good job today. Thanks for hanging in there, and we'll see you guys soon.